It's time to learn, repair, and maintain everything coffee. Instructional videos brought to you by WholeLatteLove.com.
Hi, I'm Todd with Whole Latte Love. Today we're going to take a look at how to remove the boiler on a Profitec Pro 700. And you may say, why do I want to do that? Well, there's a few reasons. If for some crazy reason you have a problem with something in here and you need to get at the PID display or maybe the heating element on this or some issue you want to send it in so we can take a look at it, those are one of the few reasons you may want to get in here. So we thought we'd do a video and show you how to do it.
And you can check out our videos on how to drain a dual boiler.
That's right.
And also how to
remove the housing.
The housing on this machine.
Okay. I'm going to try and do it relatively quick because this could be a long video. Unplug it. Take a picture, just for the fun of it, of where these wires go so you know. Or actually just watch this video. These are the high limits. We'll put these two wires off. Two blues go together. Two blacks go together.
Does it matter which switch they go back onto?
Nope, does not matter. But you see the way the wires line up? It kind of works.
Kind of, yeah.
Yep. Trace this wire back from this temperature probe, and this will pull out. When it goes to put it back together, it only goes one way, so you don't have to worry too much about that.
But that's that probe right on the top, right there that's coming from.
Sure.
Okay.
17mm open end wrench. Remove this tube that goes to the, what is that? That's a hot water wand. That's a steam wand. You think I'd know that by now.
Well, you are looking at it backwards, so.
Yeah. Then we'll get this one off over here.
So in removing this pipe just to get access really to the...
So we have room to get in here to the, because this is the brew boiler over here.
Yep.
Okay. Then I'll pull the two wires off the heating element here. Now we're assuming that you already drained the boiler based on what the other video was. If you didn't, you're going to get a little bit of water leaking out of this from here when you open it up, but we won't worry about that right now.
Which it's not absolutely essential to drain the boiler, right?
No,
but
no.
It makes it a lot neater.
Correct.
And you're not going to get water on electronics.
So we remove this tube here from the top of the boiler. Then I have a 21mm wrench here that goes on these. And they're on there pretty good, so you want to loosen these. And we'll get them down here.
So both those guys.
Yep.
Take off.
I can get a good angle on her.
Just hard to get in there sometimes, right?
Yep. Okay. And maybe a little easier if we take this one off. Okay, and then we have two Allen screws over here that we've got to take out.
The two upper ones there?
Yep.
Hold on that.
I got the wrong size here.
Yeah.
That's a 3mm. Yeah, the upper ones. There's a nice bracket in the middle here that holds the boilers in place. Keeps it nice and steady. Again, when you're doing this, don't lose the screws.
Don't lose your screws.
Probably actually want to loosen these before you take all the tubes off the boiler so the boiler doesn't drop and roll. Okay. And now the whole boiler comes out.
Boom.
Now, for the fun of it, here's your heating element. You can always check this with an ohm meter if you ever wanted to. Should be about 14 ohms, give or take a little bit. 2-3 bolts, and that comes right out if you ever want to check that. Inside here we have the PID display. And this is a dual PID. Handles both boilers. And to remove this, here's how you do with that. Hey, where's my screwdriver? The old Phillips head. There she is, okay? Now there's two Phillips head screws, one there and there, that hold this case onto the front here. We'll just loosen these. Get that with another one. And loosen this one here.
You're kind of holding the front of the display there?
Correct. Yeah. Yep. Okay, now, you notice some of these wires come in the top, some come in that way. So you got to gently pull this back, like that. Now you have access to all the wires. Now remember, this one here with the purple and the gray go to the brew boiler. These two over here, the red and the black, go to the steam boiler temperature probes. That's what I mean.
So the purple and
gray go to the temperature probe.
You had already pulled off the temperature probe on the brew boiler.
Correct.
Okay.
And this one here, now these are the ones over here. Those go to your probes. And this one over here goes back to a different controller over here. Now what you'll see on this one here, what they've done is, I've had this one off before. They put some like an adhesive caulk on here to hold this one in place. I actually got in here and I just kind of worked it up a little bit, very carefully.
So you just very carefully kind of pull that up in a way so you can actually remove.
So that I could remove this. Now look, the red wires all the way to the left, the black wires to the right, on the pins that are all the way to the left.
And always a good idea just to take a picture of this stuff
without
before
question.
you start pulling.
That way you don't have to pull up the video and go back and forth.
Right.
But it's good to have. And then you look at the wires we have down here. Get this out of the way a little bit more. Okay. You know, maybe what you want to do is get a pen and number that 1, 2, 3, and 4, so they go in the same order.
Okay.
And then you've got this one down here. Let's see, where's that going? So also you got to remember where this one goes. So you may want to put a little piece of tape on this, then take a picture with a piece of tape on it. Just you got to be extra careful when you take these apart so that you put them back together the right way. Same exact way. And so you know which wires go up through here, which wires come down through here. Okay, so these wires that go underneath these little screw heads come out from the front. Same with that one. The wires that go in the top go through the top opening here.
So, okay, so you're talking about,
Sorry.
yeah, just point out those areas in there.
Okay.
Maybe so you
So you just kind of see how this goes.
Right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So what you do is just use your tiny little screwdriver after you have everything marked, just to loosen these up. Even this one's just a little too big. You want a smaller screwdriver. Even there you go, get in a little bit smaller than that, and just take them out. Put the new ones in, and you can replace the display. And then with this here, this is just to hold it. And once you get that on real good and put this on, it'll stay. It shouldn't come off. That's just for shipping purposes.
Okay.
What else we got in here we want to take a look at? If for some reason you want to take this piece off here and send it in or whatever, just undo this piece here, a couple wires, pull that off. And in case you have a problem with the solenoid valve, we can check that out for you.
Okay.
Well, that's pretty much it. And then just reverse the process to put it in.
And again, we have those videos on draining the boiler, dual boiler machine with the E61, and also getting the case off the Profitec Pro 700. So check those out.
Correct. Now, we good here, Mark, you think?
Yeah, I think pretty much.
Okay. It's just reversing the process after this.
Yeah.
So put the screws back in here that holds this. Go up in here. This bottom one, pull this up here so you can get that started. You don't want this to be on the bottom one if you put it back in. So you pull it up.
Yeah, so pull it up first. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Just kind of get a couple threads started on it. A little tricky in there, but you can get that. And then you get these over here. I'm just kind of trying to rush through here because it says I didn't get them, but
it's kind of the reverse of.
Yeah.
I think a big question now: how tight are you going to crank those?
Pretty
down?
snug.
Pretty snug.
Pretty snug.
All the water connections.
Yes. Yep. I mean, you don't need a reef on them.
Okay.
Don't break anything.
Right.
You know, you don't have to kill yourself on them.
Snug them up.
You got it.
Okay.
And it goes back on there. That goes in there. Put your other tube now back onto here. Obviously tighten this first. Hook up your wire here. Click, one goes in place. 2 wires onto your heating element. Doesn't matter which one goes where.
Doesn't go
The
either
machine
way.
don't care.
And then I'll.
These go up top, blue to blue, black to black, and put your Allen screws here into here. And you're good to go.
That's pretty much it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the Pro 700, how to take out the brew boiler and get some other stuff in there. So,
right.
Todd, for Whole Lot to Love, thanks for watching.
Hey, why not subscribe now for easy free access to more videos on everything coffee, brought to you by WholeLatteLove.com.